It was only opened in 2020, but quickly became one of the league's most recognizable venues. You're looking at SoFi Stadium in Inglewood, California. Matt Gay now ready to get this one started. And off we go from SoFi. Here's a return from the 7. And this will give them decent field position. The return gets out to the 30. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10. Right to the air is Herbert. Right off the rip, he's throwing deep. And what a way to get this one started, but his deep shot falls incomplete.
Well, that was almost one of those nice chunk plays you like to see in the NFL, Kate, before he was able to recover and provide the hit and ultimately dislodge the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays down the field.
Herbert from the gun. It's into the hands of Will Dissly. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the first down.
You want to become a quarterback's best friend, do that. Turn a short little gain, a short little pass into some yards after catch, and that quarterback will find you again.
First run of the game for J.K. Dobbins. And he's going to manage a lone yard on that drive up the gut. Quiddy Pay there to take him down. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9. Shotgun snap to Herbert. Gets this to McConkey. And it's going to be about a 3-yard pickup in the end. Brought down by Julian Blackman.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front had to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there. And it brings up an LA first down. Now an inside handoff to Dobbins. And he won't salvage that. It's a loss on the play.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
All right, here we go. 2nd down. Again, they'll run with Dobbins. And he's brought down for a loss.
This offense may want to try and disguise their run a little bit. I don't know if it's the O-lineman's stance. I don't know if it's a cadence. I don't know what it is, but after 2 straight plays going backwards, this defense is all over them.
Herbert here, 3rd and long. This one falls incomplete. First time this game they've looked to him. So that brings up 4th and long. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. This a 44-yard look from the right hash. Brown's kick is up and good. And the opening drive, the game ends in 3 points.
You'd expect him to make most of those attempts from this distance, but it's never a lock. So they'll happily take this and finish off the drive with points.
And it bounces out of the end zone, so they'll set up shop at the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Play action with Richardson. And his first offering of the game winds up incomplete. It arrived as the ball did to break things up. So it'll be second down. Here's the first carry for Jonathan Taylor. And he started to get through the lane before it closed. 3 yards there. Making the tackle there, Joey Bosa.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
Richardson on third. Oh, missed that one, and he knew it. Put it behind his guy, and now it's fourth down. The Colts ready for the punt. And I imagine they were hoping they wouldn't need to bring him out so soon into this game. He was only needed twice in last week's win, and he gets this one away. And he can't evade the coverage team for much. They stop him before he gets really anything on that return. It's a 54-yard punt that time. And the Chargers take possession. Here's Herbert, 1st and 10. Short pass brought in. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
You know, quarterbacks aren't always the one dishing out punishment, but when they take it and they deliver a frozen rope, when they deliver a ball right on target just like that, and the respect factor grows 100-fold with your teammates.
Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Got Washington, it's complete. They'll get 18 yards there. And the Chargers will have a first.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
Throwing on first is Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Trying again, following the sack. That's intercepted near the sideline. And the Colts are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, we both saw what he was doing, Brock, trying to work the sideline there, but I don't think he ever saw the corner sitting back and just waiting to break on that throw.
And that's what the good ones do. They use the sideline to their advantage. It really becomes the 12th defender on the field. The elite corners in this league, they'll play to it. They'll bait those quarterbacks to making that throw, and then they'll close fast and take that ball away.
Second down now, 7 to go. Off the play fake, here's Richardson. Flushed out of the pocket. That's an incomplete pass. Couldn't find a home there.
A little bit of chaos, right? When the play breaks down, trying to find a connection and get on the same page, just couldn't do it. I'll tell you this, though, and what I do like is you live to play another down. You don't risk the interception, and you throw it out of bounds.
Catch made by Mitchell. And he's tackled after gaining a handful.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter, but they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
Direct snap to the up man. He's going to push for it. And the fake works to perfection. First down.
Certainly not afraid to get aggressive when the situation calls for it. Cut the coverage unit sleeping and burn them with the surprise play.
Richardson now on 1st and 10. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it after his second interception of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks them up, gets it right back for them.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You picked our guy off, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
Herbert on first down. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass. Trying to find his tight end. And now it's second down.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
Chased out to his right. On the run right, throwing deep down the side. Really pushing the envelope on second down, but the deep shot doesn't work. George Pickens, the intended target. And things look tougher now with third and long. Trying to throw here out of the gun. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. The Chargers lined up in punt formation. And this is the first time he's been called on today. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. Call that punt a 52-yard effort. And the Colts will take over. They're set up at the 35 now. Taylor gets it to begin the drive. This is ahead for about 5. Tackled on the play by Puda Ford. Halfway there on first down. That brings up second and 5. Ready now for our second quarter. The Colts have the football. They've got second and 5. They're going play action. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
So after that prior incompletion, we've got third down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
That's a throw that's got to go somewhere else. Double coverage waiting for it. They were thinking interception for a second. The incompletion is still pretty good, too.
Punt team is on now, and they get this away. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they're going to take over possession. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Herbert with a blitz coming. Caught, nice game left side. He goes the distance, touchdown, LA! The Chargers making a 9-point advantage. Glad McConkey with a touchdown. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers making a 10-point ball game. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. From the shotgun, it's Richardson. That's brought in. It's his back, Jonathan Taylor. Oh, what a hit! Jars the ball loose! Oh, but the fumble goes out of bounds. Ooh, close call there. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. Because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
Complete to Tremble. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
Just excellent effort on that catch. And a lightning quick transition from bringing that football in to getting vertical. He was not content for a second to end that play where he caught it. Any catch he makes, his intent is to put some serious yards on top of it.
Only 2 yards, and it brings up 2nd and 8.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. A give right side to Miller. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Well, they were hoping to get outside and meet those guys at the second level. Well, someone from the second level came to meet him on his turf. And that meeting didn't go so well.
Extra defender in the secondary now for the Chargers. Third down coming. Working from the gun, it's Richardson. It's caught at the 4. And he'll be touched down after a big play.
You're not going to last long in the National Football League if you don't convert a good chunk of your third downs. Nice find there to continue the series.
They'll break the huddle and come up on 1st and goal. Straight ahead with Taylor. Runs it in. Touchdown, Indianapolis. The Colts start to fight back with their first points of this game. It's a Jonathan Taylor touchdown. Gay with the point after. And the Colts cut it to a field goal game. Volley set up, and it's away. Just a 3-point game now. And the kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. Touchback. This drive starting from the 30. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Back now, pressure on its way. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
We've got enough data now through the years to understand that an explosive play on offense more often than not leads to scoring. We also know if you can create a negative play defensively. In a tightly contested game like this, every play matters. And to get that negative play, put this offense on their heels, exactly what this defense needed.
After the sack, another pass on 2nd down. Buys time, rolling right. And he slides to a stop after a great run, but still not quite enough for that first down.
You know, Kate, back in the day, we had a slip and slide at practice for moments just like that. Actually practicing how to slide and get out of harm's way. Nice gain on the play and denied that defense yet another chance to take a shot on him.
On 3rd down, Herbert. Forced out to his right. Looking sideline and caught by Washington. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
Dallas defense let that guy slip through him like that. On third down, nonetheless, he took that snap as an opportunity. Man, did he make an impact play.
Shotgun handoff for Dobbins. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
Kate, don't think for a second this is time you step off the gas. You can feel this defense, right? They're on their heels. And now's the best chance to go push the envelope and get aggressive.
First and 10, Herbert. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
And right there's the danger, Kate, when you put the ball in the air. How many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with a sack.
Another try following the sack. He finds McConkey. And they get this down roughly to the 34-yard line.
You know, they really love that drag route because he's one of those guys that can count on not only to make the catch, but create after the catch. If they don't close on him quickly, he can add a lot of yards before someone tracks him down.
Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. Shotgun snap to Herbert. And that's incomplete. He's going to wish he hung on to that pick there, but it's still going to bring up 4th down.
That was it. That was their chance to escape this series. They were looking for a way out without giving up any points, and that was their ticket off the field. Unfortunately, he just couldn't quite hang on.
3rd down pass didn't work, but the offense staying out there on 4th.
Baylor Tiger! Baylor Tiger! Ray.
They snap it to Herbert. He's got to his running back. Forget that it was 4th down, Brock. That is an impressive 22-yard pickup, and it gets them the first.
You just got to love that angle route. It's been around a long time, but think about it defensively, Kate. How many times do you see the backs out of the backfield or just run to the flat? The great running backs know how to plant their foot. And
that's a Los Angeles touchdown. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, and when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
That one splits the uprights. And the Chargers make it a 10-point ball game. Ticker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Taylor now up the middle. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
Here's 2nd and 11. Taylor makes the catch. And what a hit there. Ouch, she pays the price for moving the chains that time.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
And this one too far in front of him. It's incomplete. Unable to find Adonai Mitchell with that one. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes. And your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time? Well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
And that's good yardage there with a new set of downs to boot. Now we get a timeout from the Colts. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. Ball on the 45, 1st and 10. Richardson now. It's another first half mistake. He's intercepted again. Picked off by Christian Fulton.
Well, that's now 2, Kate, that they've gotten him for picks in this game, and he's got to be careful. Right, you've got to protect the football. It is the greatest treasure you have as an offense. In this defense, well, they've got 2 in their pocket, and you know they're going to be going after number 3.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. On target to Dobbins. And they'll have it across midfield as he runs out. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in 1 play and keep driving that defense backwards.
This has been a trend, yet another interception. Picked off Zaire Franklin. And the Colts get the football back with minimal time to go in our half. Well, Brock, if you like defense, you are loving what you're seeing right now. Consecutive drives that have ended in interceptions. It's become a real defensive battle.
Well, let's see here, Kate. We got 1, we got 2. Do I hear a 3rd interception in a row? I'll tell you this right now. These defenders, they are squashing that thought. The defenders are offensive guys with bad hands because they're making it happen, taking the ball away.
They don't connect there, and now just 3 seconds showing on the clock. That one intended for Adonai Mitchell. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
A final throw before the break. Couldn't connect across the middle. It's an incomplete pass. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Welcome back, everybody. Kate Scott, Brock Heward with you as we're about set to begin the 3rd quarter. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this 2nd half. We've got a touchback. First and 10 now from the 30. Play action with Richardson. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
Well, that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. It takes both to make it work. And defensively, you've got to have that pressure up front. That's peanut butter. And then you like to have some jelly. And that was almost a huge play with an interception.
No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Throw left side, complete. He gets it ahead, winds up with about 3. Christian Fulton, the one to bring him down. Let's see what they draw up on a 3rd and 7. Back to throw, here's Richardson. Deep down the right sideline, it's his running back making the catch. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that 1st down.
I don't know about you, Kate, but I think somebody's auditioning for some extra work as a receiver. If he could do that coming out of the backfield, imagine the damage he could do if they sent him out into one of those spots out wide.
And they limit the damage just a few yards on that gain. Leo Chanel able to bring him down. Give him a few yards on that run. It's 2nd and 7.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
Escapes the pocket. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
Taylor gets it on 1st and 10. Along this sideline inside the 25. And he's going to get it down to the 18-yard line. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And it'll be 1st down, Colts.
Okay, this is why coaches across all levels of football harp on the importance of good, fundamental tackling, not just to hear themselves talk. It's to make sure that when one of their guys has a chance to bring down a running back.
Oh, no, they get him yet again. Picked by Alohi Gilman. Inside the red zone, they could feel how tight they were to the goal line. And then bam, Brock, they're off the field after a clutch interception.
I tell you what, football is the ultimate team game, but this is a situation where an individual picks up all 10 of his guys out there on the field. Somebody else is going to pick up the tab at dinner tonight for him.
Slot man in motion right. And he's out of bounds at the 15-yard line. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6.
This is one of those real modest gains, Kate, that I like as a call. And it's just a little more variety to your playbook. Makes that defense wonder. Those guys on the other side of the ball think a little bit. This dude's not just a receiver. He may get in the run game as well.
Herbert from the gun. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
Well, both ends of their defense nearly came away with a huge play. Another step, and they sacked the quarterback. But even still, the hit altered the throw and almost set up a takeaway.
To the air, 3rd and long. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down. Herbert throwing again. And they get to him way behind the line on this one and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up. Trying again, following the sack. Oh, brother, it's another interception. Picked off Zaire Franklin. And the Colts get the football as he makes his 3rd interception of this season. Well, they left the locker room in front. Great position to be in, right? But a shaky start to half number 2 with that interception.
We know that no lead in the NFL is safe. A 1-point lead, something that looks insurmountable. How many of these games so often come down to one possession in the end? With a half of football left, you just can't give away too many gifts and too many possessions.
He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Tackled on the play by Kuna Ford. Only gets a yard there to make it 2nd and 9.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
The Chargers into a nickel set, 3rd down. Shotgun snap now to Richardson. And he's off the mark there. Too far behind him to adjust. That brings up 4th down.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered feed on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Their punter making his way out now. And after that drive went backwards, he's going to send this one forward. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. And he'll at least get this to register as inside the 20 on the stat sheet, as this is down at the 19-yard line. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. Finds McConkey. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. They get 22 on that one. And it brings up an LA 1st down. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. Gets everything he has under this throw. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
You know, that was almost a nice chunk play before he was able to recover and provide the hit that dislodges the football. You like to see that physical edge and scrappiness to contest any kind of shot plays deep.
On the move, headed right. And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Well, you don't normally get that type of outcome on a slant. You're just looking for a little short yard gain. You find the right type of athlete with space to work before and a perfectly placed ball after the catch. It's a perfect play to break it big.
Got Washington, it's complete. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Offense set for a 1st and 10. Pickens motioning left. Taps it quick to the receiver coming across. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
Well, you call that play to surprise the defense, try to get to the goal line. But a quick adjustment by the defense, well, it kept him in position to make the stop and ruin that play.
He has the catch, but no, he can't get down in bounds. Oh, Brock, it was nearly a touchdown, but they're going to say it's incomplete.
Well, he had the space from the defender and the concentration to make a great catch. What he didn't have was enough end zone real estate. That's just a very, very exciting incompletion.
3rd and long for him here. That's incomplete left side. This one intended for the running back. And that brings up 4th and long. The Chargers sending out Dicker the kicker to add 3 to the board. His first kick was good, and his second looked from 35 yards away. Brown's kick is up and good. And that pushes the lead up to 13.
Inspiring a bunch of confidence in himself right there, Kate. Second time they brought him out for a field goal, and second time he's knocked it right through. Trust is earned in a number of different ways on the field, but that's the best way to gain it as a kicker.
And he opts not to bring this one out, so they're going to enjoy some. Field position from the 30. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. A run here with Taylor. And he's brought down after a solid gain on what's going to be the final play of the quarter. So we're through 3 here. Second and 6 coming up here. Motioning one of the tight ends. 2nd down carry for Taylor. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4. Quickly looking left, and it's complete. And Not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Those kind of completions are so frustrating, Kate. It's like a putt. You got it on line, you feel good about it's going in the hole, but you never want to leave it short.
Looks like they will indeed try it. 4th and 2. Back now, pressure on its way. He finds him beyond the marker. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Oh, I love 4th downs. It just brings out the very best, and you get to see how you handle the most pressure, and it turns out they handled it pretty darn well, and now they'll keep pushing.
They go play action on 1st. He rolls to his right. He's running with it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock. You know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that. And it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
2nd and 3 now. From the 46. Rolling out to his left. Dump off to his fullback. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Shotgun, handoff to Taylor. And he takes a shot near the marker, but it looks like he still has enough for that 1st down.
You know, the elite running backs in this league, they don't just see what's right in front of them. You set up big runs like this because they see what's behind them. That's called extraordinary vision and extra yards.
And he gets leveled just before he reaches the marker, and that hit prevents a 1st down.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down, well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. And 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And they bring him down at the 18-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it's good for Indianapolis 1st down. From the gun, Taylor. Juke the defender. And that play is brought to a halt, they're going to say, at the 5-yard line. And that's a gain of 13, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of negative grades on my play sheet because I didn't want to carry out no fake. I wanted to watch the damage he could do like we just saw.
Goal to go. It's a pass play. To the edge of the end zone. Oh, it's incomplete.
I think we're starting to get a feel, aren't we, of why they like him so much in coverage. He reacts well to throws, is super adept at breaking up passes through contact, or like that one before they could ever reach the target.
On 2nd and 5 now. He has the Indianapolis touchdown. Gay to add the extra point. Extra point sent right down the middle. And the Colts get it back to within 6. So here's the kickoff, Brock. Just 6 points now separating our teams. On the return, here comes Davis. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Shotgun snap to Herbert. That's going to be caught by Washington. And he's up to the 35-yard line as they reel him in. Now after making that catch, we see he's shaken up. Trainer's heading out to take a look. 2nd and 3 now. They'll send him over right. On 2nd down, here's Dobbins. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
That offensive group really hoped he was going to get it all right there, reset it back to first down. But instead, defense, well, they're not going to let anything come easy. And their fight is giving them a chance to stall things out on a 3rd and short.
Looking to throw. This ball's caught by Pickens. And he made a bid for midfield there, but stopped on his own side at the 49. So a timeout comes in. It looks like the defense using its first stops this game as we get close to our 2-minute warning. 1st and 10 from a yard shy of midfield. Throwing with a blitz on the way. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
This is why we hear about closing speed so often when you evaluate players. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released and alter that throw.
And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. So we will not reach the 2-minute warning. Defense calling time here, 2:08 on the clock. So now here's 3rd and 5. Looking to throw. Ooh, put some heat on that one, Brock, but it falls incomplete. Looking for George Pickens that time. And that leaves them with 4th and 5.
I hate those situations, Kate, as a QB. I'm looking for an open passing lane, and I can't find one anywhere. He thought he had one available. Defense did a better job of knocking it away.
4th down, and on comes the punt team, and the kick's away. It's the 2-minute warning here in L.A. Colts trail by 6. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. Bails out of the pocket quick. Complete to Tremble. He's finally caught, and he lost the football. Oh, no, it's out. It's a 24-yard gash, and it gives them the 1st down.
You know, those defensive guys, they will tell you that the sideline's their best friend, right? A lot of these routes are trying to push the receivers and move the real estate. Well, sometimes the sidelines could be an offensive player's best friend when that ball bounces harmlessly out of bounds.
Back to throw. On target to his man Taylor. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. He'll look to throw it. And he got there in time. He's taken down. The Colts take a timeout. That's their last one. And they'll take a moment to ponder what the call is going to be on 3rd down.
I think his decision-making wrote a check that his legs couldn't catch this time. This QB can run, and he's ranging, looking for space, looking for an outlet. But there was none to be had. No escape route available this time.
Here he is to throw. Cut out left. And he'll get it up to the 44.
You can earn your money in the NFL in all sorts of different ways, but defensively, in a league where you're just not hitting as much in training camp, you're not tackling as much as they got to in the old days, and you can make a play in the open field. Keep it short like that, I promise you some money will follow.
Getting out to his left. He calls his own number again. Colts operating from the hurry-up, rushing back to the line. Here he is to throw. Taking a big shot for the end zone. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left. That throw doesn't lead to 6. And it sets up 2nd down.
Boy, this is really great defense to deny a big play and make them work for the touchdown. If they want to reach the end zone, they have to scrap and fight through them.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down. Throwing from the gun. Catch made by Mitchell. A solid gain there. Gets him across the 45 before he goes out.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give your quarterback a chance.
Now to throw. Complete beyond the marker. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
First down, ball at the 36. One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Chargers come away with the win in this one. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead